beside myself, I remind myself from Think I gotta go through, I don't like therapists, I don't like most. You love me, my go-to. Love a thing blind on top like Goku. Just left Noble, back in my dojo. Channel like Aura, got the whole Roku. Been big dog from the tell the road told you. Wait, don't even know you. Step right, I'm a long trip, blink at my VIP. Snack of my. Won't break, won't miss, Rich took his check out. We talking start like ball hype, pretty face guy like bruh, how do I exist? In the gym every day, I'm gonna miss. Some of daddy like boy, don't blow my shit. I got it. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Bro, I'm godlike, I'm judgy. I can't touch this girl, she musty. Bro, you flexing on IG. People like you disgust me. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. These women love me, bro. They tryna me. That's the wrong way me back. Yeah, buddy, if you get lucky, it'll get yucky. Little buddy touch me, I can turn auntie into a. I'm in the S5 facing cuffy, cause I can't name that guy dummy. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 I got it. This is highly recommended. This for all of my pushing the limit. Mile high got me over here for the flight attendant.
Yeah, I've been around the world and and seen them thing that I can't buy. See, reaching these type of heights, it come with a third eye. I'm better at betting on me, the numbers don't lie.
That's how we rollin'. You know them gold diggers, want the pick of the litter, burying them hidden figures. I keep them triple hitters, call them silverback gorillas, going 8-8, and you know ain't nobody.
What up? Showtime. Yeah, this is the big ticket. Culture Comp Town. I'm talking that King Richard. It's like a movie. I'm seeing the bigger picture. These fellas are Cinderellas. I'm crushing them glass slippers.
On sight, I give you the green light. It's all bark. We all bite.
You gambling with your life? Let's roll the dice.
Piece of problems if this dog in a fight.
That's right.
Baby, I'm just trying to get
Legendary.
Open the wide.
Something like that.
And if I pull up with a few,
We can't arrange that.
dropping out of the blue.
You know what? That.
All I wanna do is and I just take your money. All I wanna do is and I just take your money.
Hip hop took this globe.
We done did it.
Wanna see a mogul? We showing you how to pivot. Got this from DMC. Let's run with it. Took the fundamentals and having some fun with it.
These songs, King Kong, my team strong. Godzilla set fire to whatever I breathe on. Got the killers in choir all singing my theme song.
I could never do this alone. Still Dre, still on top, still got it. The Sonic still iconic, they still the product. I seen the money coming, I showed you that I'm a prophet.
And I'm riding shotgun in case get out of pocket. Why you wanna press the issue? You need to stop and keep a lawyer on retainer for depositions and dockets. Back to the topic in case you forgot it. Anonymous head bobbing, baby, keep that pocket front.
Baby, I'm just trying to get
Legendary.
open the wide.
Something like
And if I pull up with a few,
we can't arrange that.
dropping out of the blue.
You know what? That.
All I wanna do is and I just take your money. All I wanna do is and I just take your money.
solo fan of you. Hey, 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 hey. Your sensation, my fixation. Hey, hey, hey. Your sensation is my fixation.
Say don't play with me, but I still gamble with it. We getting right before we take off on the landing strip. Know that you like all the attention that a fan gives. Say that you like me, but you way too young for marriage. I've been here before, I know exactly how it goes. Yeah, now I got you packing up your clothes. You can hit me up and let me know exactly when you close. I'm her favorite, say she need a... She wanna all day.
Hey, 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 hey. Your sensation, my fixation. Hey, hey, hey. Your sensation is my fixation.
Hey, yo, fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Hey, break down, stay down, look what I make now. Hit boy, earthquake, boy, it's a shakedown. I done so much work, they think it's fake now. Big fish, every beat is just bait now. Got rich, some switch, they try to hate now. Leave, I'm straight, I got a rake now. Need cheese, cash app, been more PayPal. Turned up to the max, I'm finna break down. Flow water, big trip, boy, this a gray cloud. Highlights, ball is life, my whole take wow. Big boss, hella chicken, I feel like Rick Ross. Why you going so damn hard? They got me off. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If Hit Boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury. Luxury. Ha, these luxury. Ha, luxury. Ha, ha, they can't with me. Slow it. I ain't finna stop till they make the rap blow it. Shout out, yeah, she was with me at my lowest. Best baby daddy in the world, and you know it. I thought that I was done, he said hop back in. Made it to the lead, this is not Pac-10. Headline set, that's a big back end. Let the beat drop, bring that back in. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Ay, these no can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If Hit Boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury.
Passport stamp, let's do the money dance. Back in, call your friend, now we in France. International man, tats on my hand. Take a trip with a pilot, I tell you when we land. You know I'm down with the whales, I beat by the sand. On sun, yeah, it's blowing in the wind. What you doing? We kung fu and I beat it up. They never heard me on the beat when it speeded up. 100 racks on the plate, she gon' eat it up. Yeah, I'm all in, like all night. Throw the racks up, make it fall right. And if you take a shot, make sure you hold the ball right. 1-800, yeah, bad, my type. My type, yeah, it's my type. I love the way that she put it all on me. The best things don't come for free.
100 racks, she be dancing. 100 racks, she should take chances. 100 racks, she's in this bed. 100
when it's Tokyo, it's all heat. Don't ride in the back, jump in the front seat. By the end of the night, she gon' love me. She don't even know me, she wanna hug me. It's a vision, little baby, I'm moving cozy. Most solid in the game, he can't fold me. How you do it, it's so fluid, let's get to it. If you want something, gotta commit to it. This is something that jam to and sip to it. I can show you how to do it, take you right to it. Made a wheels in it, got a twist to it. This ain't Big Sean, but I'm making good music. How you keep rhyming, man, I'm used to it. You should be too, I like it see-through. And if we dancing on the floor, I'ma need you. And if we dancing on the floor, I'ma need you.
I know that she be dancing. I know that she should take chances. I know that she's in this bed. I know that she can get this all night. All night. All night. I know that she be dancing. I know that she should take chances. I know that she's in this bed. I know that she can get this all night. All night. All
Yeah, thinking that it happened overnight, it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, they timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, cause they timid. Look, hey. I got people trying to wish and pray that I'ma fall about it. All about it till we spoke in person, don't wanna talk about it now, huh? Oh, you sound tough, toying with them, don't get wound up. How you wound up, another number in the round up. Put the town up, I built this thing up from the ground up. And if I bounce up, I get my crown stuck, green light go.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And they'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he's going to be swallowed up as he got forward for maybe a yard, and it's second down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
From the 25, here's second and 9. Now Young. This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Young to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Bust through the tackle. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on a 6-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as he's up to the 43. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll send the tight end in motion. Now Jackson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
A yard all they need, but it's third down.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry.
And he will have a Ravens first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. To throw is Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now it's Jackson. He's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. Here's 2nd and 3. As they've got it as we resume action. To throw again is Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Young will set to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, Young. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. Throwing, Young. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this returnable for Hill. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Jackson now. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got him that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Play action. Now Jackson. Yet again targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Throwing is Jackson. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. They go play action with Jackson. Shakes off the set, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Trying to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Jackson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
From the gun, it's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Now here's Young. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and 5. Off the play fake, Young. Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Young. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They keep it with Henry on first down. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half.
Well, no sooner do the teams get to the locker rooms, and they're running right back out. Halftime over, third quarter, ready to go. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 right at the 30.
He'll start with a give to Henry.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second down and a yard.
Again, it's Henry.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
A first down carry for Henry.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. They set up the screen for Henry. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Throw caught by Flowers.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
Jackson.
Out route to Hill, complete.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Tyreek Hill from 13 yards out.
And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point attempt here still to come.
Ice cream, like Shanti playing in AMG. Let it rain on me. I'm a head boy. words, I'm on my knees like that. Lord, please pray for me. Save your grace for me.
Sad boy, what you want? Get that. Shoot in my mouth, shoot in my and one. Okay, on the real, I'ma take his out. I'ma take him from his. On the real, I think he knows.
I think he knows. When I play with him like that, I think he knows. When I save him like that, he's wrapped around my pinky finger, watching the way I move. More power than on, and he knows it's true. When I play with him like that, when I play with him like that, play with him like that, that he's coming right back.
That's how I be happy. This for all my not abandoned. For my ladies on stage, they clapping. Transaction, cause your mama need a mansion. Get cracked, put them in the. Can't forget the yellow brother in. Shed so many tears, lost 100 friends. Every time I see them, I'ma need that. Believe that. Label tryna give me feedback, tell me bring the streets back. Fans said they want 2015 Vince. Drop big fish, cuz been weak since. Damn. Tell me how you really feel. Yeah. All I wanted was a couple mil. Make the city proud. Put it down for them. Come and tear it down. What are you about? In the ghetto, I'm a Martian. Crash landing. In the dirty apartments. Stay shining. I'll forever be the hardest. Big time. Like the New Orleans. Real shine. Like the women know you. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Get it. Where they at? Get it. Money growing on trees, hanging on palm, spilling, code 304. She don't want a 16 renegade on a make it. Buy a tree, no love. I'ma sleep with my Porsche 911, slide through the section. Gotta show my homies I'm on now. Both souls on the ground, never sold out. What you know about this? No glitz and glamour. Under my polo pajamas, face getting ran. Gotta watch for the cameras before you get freaky. Can't with no random these the sneaky. If police come action, then you never see me. The ghetto will trap you, but I love it. Yeah, I love it. On 65th Street. In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landing. In the dirty apartments, stay shining. I'll forever be the hardest, big time. Like the New Orleans, real shine. Like the women know you. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Get it. Where they at? Get it.
Oh, we need nobody else but God. That's all we need, you understand what I'm saying? Everybody else is sour, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, family, turn your back on you, everything, you know what I'm talking about? But you know one day, you got a soldier like me, I'm gonna stay solid, baby, to the bone, so you know me. You understand what I'm saying? Off the top.
I don't need your flowers, I'm living. First time I seen $1 million, I squinted. Broken me a pack to help me hustle. Came a long way from the project building. That's where Granny went when she left Louisiana, trying to dodge Jim Crow. But you can't escape the master stained glass windows. Got my vision from the past. I'm probably finna go to hell, but it don't matter, seeing heaven on earth. No, I could have been up on the shirt. If I ain't get my get together, go to work. I've been hitting the licks since flip verse first. Riding with like witchcraft, finding beauty in the darkness like Rembrandt. Everybody gang till it get bad. Do you hear me? The ghetto was a mismatch. You ain't never finna win that.
You say my look good in my tight little dress. Rock it up and me make the man them obsessed. Put in the work when we dance and we sweat. Dangerous when you get smooth like the skin on my face. Draw figure eight when me wind up my waist. Bumper and boom, we no need either wait. If you get it, pop the plate. You wanna run it up, run it up, all night. If the lights went down, get your kip up, baby. You wanna drop it down, pick it up, turn around, lift it up for you all night. Bet you wanna get some of my dirty love, baby. The boys them all want me. Them gyal I get salty. When I'm talking spicy. It make you want bite me. You just want the flavor. You just want the flavor. You just want the flavor. You just want the flavor.
With a right. Come on, baby, what you tryna do? I'm tryna pull up on you like a drive-through. I wanna know if we rockin', would you keep it cool? Take trips and private dinners just for us two. Yeah, he buy me Givenchy dresses and feed me breakfast. Immaculate, loving when he show affection. The balcony, over like you stretching. And I ain't never out like wrestling. Back on it. Got all these boys mad cause I passed on it. I'm a flop. Come on, baby, spin a bag on it. Yeah, we so extra, feeling like young in the rest.
Run it up, all night. If the lights went down, get your kip up, baby. You wanna drop it down, pick it up, turn around, lift it up for you all night. Bet you wanna get some of my dirty love, baby. The boys them
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Smith. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him. Just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Smith. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Throw left side, pulled in by Tucker. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're a back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Smith. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Smith. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Brock Bowers from 3 yards out. And the Raiders put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. That was a big throw right there on 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to be prepared for you to throw the ball on 3rd and goal. Because really, 2nd down, 2nd and goal, that's your play action time, and you're not sure whether they're going to run it or throw it. 3rd down, you're usually sure they're probably going to pass it. Even more impressive that they got it done. And on the opening drive of the game.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's May. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 46, here's 2nd and a couple. Throwing here is May. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. To the air, May. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's May. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
From the shotgun, it's May. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Hunter Henry, 27 yards. And the Pats are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Out of the gun, Smith. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Smith. He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing now is Geno. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Now it's Smith off the bootleg.
Here's Tucker, complete on the right side.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Myers in motion right.
Here's Smith. Open man is Myers. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now Geno. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Keon White got in there for the sack.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Carlson able to put this one through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
They'll throw with May.
It's Hill, complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. In motion goes the tight end. Looking to throw. May. He finds Douglas, complete. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, May. His throw incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, May with it. A check down here for Henry. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. To throw, it's May. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. Douglas with a grab over the middle. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he will have a Patriots first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Back to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. The tight end Henry here in motion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 6. They'll drop to throw. And Diggs has it. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And they go play action with May. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jalen Ramsey with a sack on the corner blitz.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Open man is Hill. He's got it. So 8 yards on the completion there, and 3rd and 8 now. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. The tight end Henry here in motion.
Throwing here is May.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's May.
He finds his man, complete. It's Douglas. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
To the air, May.
Complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Stephon Diggs from 10 yards out.
And the Patriots have taken a 4th quarter lead.
And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
And he returns this to the 22.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Miles
Myles Garrett. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Just a disaster of a series here. 3rd and long, no one open anywhere. This ball just has to be thrown to the sideline.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
From the gun, it's May. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
On the counter, it's Henry. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up. And some room to maneuver. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Stevenson is into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. Well, now how about this return? And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Smith's going to throw it. He gets this to Myers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They need a touchdown, the two-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
Here's Smith. On the move past the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line.
A gain of 15. First down, Raiders.
Well, they need to score, and score quick. One timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Open man right side, Myers. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's 1st and goal. Smith to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Smith. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Smith. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands to. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, How about that come from behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.
Sometimes you gotta lose yourself to find yourself again. Welcome back, Marlena.
Yeah. One for the money and one for the homies. I move with respect, I don't need nothing on me. The Father may wait for me, feel just like Bronny. I got my little belly, my blessings, they on me. They rain, yeah, you see how I'm coming. Come on. It sound like we drumming. I reach on my goals, like my nephew be dope. Back on the rim, riding on rims. Came in all black to that, I came back to my to that ripping no Cadillac. Feel like a Cadillac, nothing but class. It's never been average, never been on. Averix on me, I'm tougher than homie Javante. The fight is my mantra, I want it, I will. Get you a wheel, they carry it. We fighting a little, my is all. I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag, I'm done. My bag on God. Back in my duffel, don't fear no opponent. You know I'm gon' hustle like rubber band on it. Counting my blessings, I'm laughing like Jonah. You don't wish me well, I guess you don't know me. Got all these like Malcolm and Sadie. That's word to my mama, tatted on my body. My left arm, they ain't left arm, they still doing harm. Bodies on bodies, cried over Malcolm, I cried over Dolphin. I'm crying for Nipsey, been feeling like Lauren. Carried the cross, got the sun in my eyes. Room for this, I ain't meant to be no bride. I'm married, but I know you still feel obliged. Bounce on these, I learned from Sanaa. Back in my bag, and it's big as a duffel. With blessings on blessings, I came through this struggle, I'm back.
I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on God. I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on God.
Yeah, yeah. I came through the rain and I came through the thunder. I pushed through the pain, I'm laughing at summer. My hair was way hotter, I feel like a soda. Escape with my truth, I came back like Nirvana. Road is all rocky, it's nothing I real. Go back to back, baby, can't no one here see us. Stomach it all tied, look like a Leah. Went back and forth and back, just like a cornerback. Yeah, yeah, you got veins, I respect whole veins. Tell them get low, man. Just flying high, I gave them low, man. Super the color the whip. Culinary on my wrist, cooking you, I ain't forgot what you did. State of it all, eventually falls. Frequency, this is the ship, I'm home.
I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on God. I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on God. I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on God. I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on God.
I've been shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight, here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound has been founded, yo. I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in the music. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I'm born in the music. Born in the music.
ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Your spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Grandma was in A, auntie was in it, ayy. Mama had AAA. I wasn't scared to crash anyone anyway. I ride the side while bro had a get away. I gotta penetrate, I gotta generate. I got like 20 some years to my hood, now I gotta go live away. I'm out of town, but I'm not on the getaway. I spin a giveaway. You mean I'm the generous king for real? The sleep, then I light up the street, got screaming like Billie Jean for real. I'm from the M, I got M's in the bank and M's in all my streams for real. Feeling like Phil, they be living like Carlson if I leave him in the wheel. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Your spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Baby, I'm loving it. I think I'm ready for kids. She said when to stop trying to in her face. That makes sense. I'm going up past LA Brent. I'm going off no fail, say switch. Yeah, me and my team go back like plastic cup boys on some tailgate. Okay, look, all eyes on me. I feel like I'm Truman. No, we finna win it, cause I'm about to lose it. I don't give a computers disputing. I go off a field, no heads, just shooting. I die for my team, I'm the coach, I'm recruiting. I'm spending my time and I'm saving the day. I feel like a mutant, I'm built like a student. I'm feeling bilingual, cause I'm in Nigeria, rocking the Cubans. My life is a highlight reel that I keep on looping. You can't just tell me, you gotta prove it. Stealing, their first name is Lupin. I'm hitting harder than Ayuk, and they sending shots for some high, just juke it. Hitting my desk, I'm B.I.G., you know I can't forget that I do it. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Your spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy.
Yeah, thinking that it happened overnight. It didn't. In it for the long haul flight. Committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite. I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite. They timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight. I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, cause they timid. Look, hey. I got people trying to wish and pray that I'ma fall about it. All about it till we spoke in person. Don't wanna talk about it now, huh? Oh, you sound tough. Toying with them, don't get wound up. How you wound up? Another number in the round up. Put the town up. I built the sing up from the ground up. And if I bounce up, I get my crown stuck. Green light go. Got the east side flow. I'm a giant in the space like FIFA 4. All the kids sing along like E-I-O. Every time when they see my show. Thinking that it happened overnight. Yeah, it didn't. In it for the long haul flight. Committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite. I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite. They timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight. I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, cause I'm timid. Look,
Esto es talento y favor and you got no skill. I got drive, baby, ustedes son roadkill. Yeah, ya te dije, no están en mi carta perder. De pequeño estoy ungido, baby, ese es mi flex. No me dieron nada por lo mío, José. Estoy sexy as a deal, man, I couldn't be me. Pa' mi frequency, te frequently. Matando esto con sabor y efficiency. No gasto tiempo, waste no time, not my money. Boss, baby, CEO del LLC. Lo tengo en un pánico. Dale rápido, quiero crecer y dar más fruto, algo botánico. Lo hice bien orgánico. Tomé el maquinón. Voy subiendo como espuma y tú bajando bien titánico. Out my way, I ain't built this in a day. But you know I'm here now to stay. I'm hungry, boy, I'm not here to play.
thinking that it happened overnight. Didn't. In it for the long haul flight. Committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite. I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite. They timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight. I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, cause they timid. Look, wait.
Hey, yo.
Banked by the Ohio River and the city's abundance of hills, we're at Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Ready to get this game started, here's Evan McPherson. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Play fake, it's Love. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. Looking for the back that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect. And all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
They motion a receiver left. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Shotgun now for Love. That's Reed on the slant. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now Love. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. And the Bengals are too much. They take him down. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
This is one of those situations where QB's strength and ability to run can be a great blessing, but can also be a curse. We've seen him use his feet before. This guy can escape, and that's a blessing. But it can be a curse because sometimes you think you can get out of everything, and this defense just proved he couldn't.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion right. Juke the defender. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching the kid, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
1st down, Burrow to throw. That throw finds Jamar Chase. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
3rd and short, it's Burrow. This one taken in by Chase. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Gets it to his man, Mike Gesicki. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Working inside the red zone, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals start the game off right with a 6-0 lead. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. Well, Brock, we normally talk about complimentary football at some point every week. So how about the way they've begun this one, huh? Force a punt and then cash it in for 6 on their opening drive.
Do we do it every game?
It feels like it. Almost every game, yeah.
I think you're right. Because that's what the NFL is about. We all know the margins are so small in this league. And the team that typically plays the complimentary ball is typically the team that wins.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Brown with a return here. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, first and 10. Love from the gun. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. And oh, he drops the deep shot. A big play to start the game, but it slips through incomplete.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Love out of the shotgun. Able to get it to Reed. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Extra DB out there for the Bengals. Third down coming. Long now to throw. He lobs it up, left sideline. Look, that's grabbed inside the 30. And it goes the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers get it down to a single point. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
On now is McManus to kick this away. On the return, here's Tyreek Hill. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They're backed up deep on their own side for this possession. Completes this one to Chase. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the 28, finds his man Chase. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On first down, here's Burrow. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, with out routes or in routes just like that.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. He'll have the first down and even more. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down. Burrow out of the shotgun. Catch made by Chase Brown. Then he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
2nd and 3 now. Play action now, Burrow. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To throw again, it's Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Burrow from the gun. Higgins makes the catch. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
2nd and 3 now. They bring the tight end in motion. From the 29. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Pat Surtain has it. And the Packers get it back after a marvelous defensive effort. First down throw. Here's Love. Into the hands of Romeo Dobbs. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Shotgun now for Love. Reed's got it. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers get some late points and the lead. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the 38. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
First down, Burrow to throw. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Packers will set up just a little bit shy of the 40 following the tackle. On 1st and 10, here's Love.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Here's Love to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner with the INT. Ball on the 45. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. From the 39. This one's taken in by Hill. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Evan McPherson on for the Bengals field goal. This is a 42-yard look from the left hash. Butker knocks it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. We will not get another play here, Brock. That's to an E. Time's going to run out on the half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. On now is McManus to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Burrow throwing out of the pistol. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's on the move.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB. And it gave him just enough room to run.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Burrow setting up the play action. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 30 yards on that one. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive. With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Burrow. He's on the move. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
As much as you like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice gain. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
All right, here we go. Second down. Here's Burrow. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Now Burrow. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Trying to find his tight end. So that brings up 4th and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
On 4th down, out comes the Bengals field goal team and Evan McPherson. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. Butker knocks it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Brown with a return here. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Love from the gun. This finds Dom. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Packers 1st down.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Thrown on 1st down, Love. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. And it sets up 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Love trying again. That's caught. Tucker Kraft. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And they bring him down around the 34.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week. And I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other to give him a chance to make a play.
Loves to throw again. Finds the in route complete. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
First down from the red zone. This throw is caught. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Throwing it again here. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it'll be second and goal.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal. Love out of the shotgun. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now it'll be third and goal.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
Love now on third and goal. The back's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the one.
Awareness. Kate, you hear me and so many others talk about it a lot with quarterbacks, but it's critical for every unit on a football field. And for the defense right there, to have an awareness of knowing where the marker was and to make sure that completion wasn't going to move the chains.
Now they'll get some time to mold this decision. They'll have fourth and goal after the break. The Packers with it. They have the lead late, but this game is close. Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a fourth to try to reach that end zone. They'll run for it. Jacobs goes up and over for the touchdown. The Packers grow the lead to 7. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on fourth and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Hill now to return it. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They strike for 23 yards. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Brown on the inside give. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. Here's Brown again. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes them to 3rd and 5.
You know, the defenses in the league today, they have to be so reactive. They have to be so twitchy. But this was a good job by that front. Yeah, they reacted initially, but then they showed the burst, the quickness, the pursuit defensively to limit that counter gain to less than 5.
Got his target. It's Hill. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll be first down, Bengals. Working inside the red zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Tyreek Hill. And we'll see what they do here on second down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Completes this one to Hill. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Big moment coming up for Evan McPherson on this attempt. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. First down throw, here's Love. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. So that brings up second down.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
That's Jefferson, he's got it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And he's not going to get anything as that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Going run again with Jacobs. And it's barely anything on that run, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. And the Bengals bringing out a 5th DB. They're in the nickel, third down. Here he is to throw. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. This one misses the tight end. And it's 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Setting up to pass. This one's taken in by Hill. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
He'll look to throw it. And he's got it. He pulls in a game-winning touchdown with almost no time left. Well, we knew this was coming. All touchdowns are reviewed, especially late in a close game like this. Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. To throw again, it's Burrow. And he brings it in. That makes this a field goal game now. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for two. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. Shotgun now for Love. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. To throw. Try and push it deep downfield. He's got it at the 30. And what a play. He scores. They get to the end zone on the final snap, and the huge moment wins them the game. So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us. Indeed, all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.